President, it has been reported that in January last year, the Education Bureau under State Ministry of Education established a mechanism for holding regular working meetings, the meeting mechanism, and decided that 2 working meetings would be held each year. On the other hand, the Ministry of Education published earlier this year the key points of work for 2017, which included, let me quote, implementing on a full scale the various tasks assigned by the central government in respect of the work on the education in Hong Kong and Macau, end of quote. However, Article 22 of the Basic Law stipulates that no department of the Central People's Government and no province, autonomous region or municipality directly under the central government may interfere in the affairs which the Hong Kong SAR administers on its own. Article 136 provides that on the basis of the previous education system, the Hong Kong SAR government shall on its own formulate policies on the development and improvement of education. In this connection, will the government inform this council, 1, which side proposed the establishment of the meeting mechanism, of the details of the mechanism, as well as the differences in nature and contents between this mechanism and previous exchange activities between the 2 sides. The reasons why EDB has yet to announce the details of the mechanism, despite that the fact that the mechanism has been established for more than 1 year, whether other bureaus or government departments have established similar mechanisms with relevant mainland authorities. 2, whether the Secretary for Education, when attending the regular working meeting held early this year, discussed with the officials of the Ministry of Education the key points of work for 2017, if so, of the details, whether EDB received instructions in the meeting or other occasions to complement the relevant mainland authorities in implementing the tasks mentioned in the key points of work, whether the government will make it clear to the relevant mainland authorities that the education policies of Hong Kong SAR are affairs which it administers on its own and hence are not subject to interference by mainland authorities as set out in Article 22 of the Basic Law, and of the respective dates on which various regular working meetings were held since January last year and the issues discussed at those meetings, whether it will make public the relevant documents for and the contents of the meetings and report them to this council on a regular basis, if so, of the details, if not the reasons for that. The Secretary for Education. President, the EDB has all along been committed to promoting the collaboration and ties in education between the Hong Kong and the mainland, as well as other jurisdictions through various means, including bilateral or bilateral meetings, mutual visits, signing of memorandum of understanding, etc., to provide more and wider opportunities for the progression and development of Hong Kong students, enhancing international recognition of our education system and academic qualifications, as well as consolidating Hong Kong's role as a regional education hub. Hong Kong is an integral part of the nation and its development has always been tied to that of the country. As such, the MoE is a very important partner of ours. It is necessary to enhance mutual understanding to create more opportunities for collaboration. With the support of MoE, we have embarked on in-depth and diverse collaboration with the mainland and achieved good progress in recent years, benefiting both teachers and students in Hong Kong. For example, on higher education, the MoE has since 2012 implemented the scheme for admission of Hong Kong students to mainland higher education institutions, under which Hong Kong students are exempted from taking the mainland's joint entrance examination and can apply for admission to participating higher education institutions in the mainland by submitting their DSE examinations only, thereby relieving them from immense pressure. Also, the higher education outstanding scientific research output, science and technology, set up by MoU, has also been open to Hong Kong scholars. Over the years, the scheme has granted awards to Hong Kong scholars as first authors for more than 40 research projects, giving statewide recognition to their outstanding research efforts. Besides, first-class universities in Hong Kong and the mainland are forging alliances which help synergize and deepen cooperation in areas such as teaching, research and knowledge transfer and student exchange, thereby raising the level and standard of regional cooperation. With MoE's agreement given last year, SCAT Foundation Hong Kong Limited and the University of Chicago Booth School of Business Hong Kong are now allowed to admit mainland students to designated locally accredited non-local degree programs. This has further strengthened Hong Kong's position as a regional education hub. On basic education, in recent years, MoE has opened up more opportunities for Hong Kong teachers and students to participate in nationwide activities and competitions. This helps facilitate exchanges with first-rate teachers and students in the mainland and enables Hong Kong teachers and students to gain wider exposure. In addition to enhanced exchange and cooperation on the development of basic education curriculum between the mainland Hong Kong, the 9th Mainland Hong Kong Curriculum Exchange Meeting was resumed and held in Beijing in January 2016, and the 10th meeting was conducted in Hong Kong in January 2017. Professional discussions and exchanges are made on different education matters during the meetings. Through these regular annual meetings, curriculum experts of the two places can study and learn from each other. Moreover, quite a number of mainland institutions have worked with us to provide professional training for principals and teachers of kindergartens, primary and secondary schools, enriching their knowledge about pedagogy and curriculum leadership. The sister school scheme is also well received. Currently, over 580 schools in Hong Kong have paired up with their counterparts in the mainland as sister schools. Our integrated reply to the Honourable Yip's question is as follows. EDB and MoE have conducted exchanges from time to time in recent years, including working meetings, to discuss different education issues and collaboration projects. To further enhance the communication channels, foster closer cooperation in education, and bring about benefits to our teachers and students, both parties agree that with effect from January 2016, working meetings should be conducted twice a year. The said arrangement facilitates both parties to set aside time to meet periodically, follow up on the progress of collaboration projects, and exchange views on education issues of mutual concern. In particular, the purpose and nature of the working meetings are no different from those that were conducted in the past. 3 periodic working meetings have been conducted since January 2016, and they were held on the 28th of January 2016, 18th of August 2016, and 14th of February 2017, respectively. Before each meeting, EDB would issue a press release on the date of meeting, the counterparts to be met with, and the meeting arrangements, as well as the accompanying officials. Like those bilateral meetings conducted with education authorities of other jurisdictions, our periodic working meetings with MoE are held behind closed doors. Out of respect for our counterparts, it is not appropriate for us to unilaterally publish the meeting papers or disclose the contents of the meetings in detail. To our understand, at present, other bureaus and government departments also maintain communication with relevant mainland authorities on issues of mutual concern through ways that are deemed suitable, including holding working meetings. EDB and MoE exchange views on education issues of mutual concern by conducting periodic working meetings, mutual visits, and share experiences on the latest developments of education in Hong Kong and the mainland. We would like to reiterate that the Hong Kong Zero government will continue to formulate the development and policies of education on its own in strict conformity with the basic law. Thank you, President. Mr. Yip Kin-yuen. President, Mr. Eddie Ng is not here today again. He's leading a delegation to Beijing again. And maybe he is holding this working meetings today. In the Secretary's reply, it is said that while out of respect for our counterparts, it is not appropriate for us to unilaterally publish the meeting papers or disclose the contents of the meetings in detail. So they have to respect the counterparts. So the information cannot be divulged. So Hong Kong people are kept in the dark. But what about the other side? On the 18th of August 2016, the MoE's website sets out clearly the contents of the working meetings, the second meeting, and they said that in relation to future cooperation, they would further work on the curriculum, examination, building the teaching team, and government administration, and they will strengthen cooperation on these aspects. How come that the other side can make public information while EDB says no, and we can't let Hong Kong people know about this? How come that the communication was done secretly and not in broad daylight? Is it something secretive that they should hide information from us? So you have spoken too long. You have already asked your question. Okay, can I put a brief question? Collaboration exchanges are okay, but we don't expect, or we can't accept discussing something beyond the scope of exchanges. So in the future, would you be making public such information and maybe use some ways to give an account to the public and the legislature? Secretary. Well, what Mr. Yip is only his own speculation. As I said in my main reply, the exchanges have to do with collaboration projects between Hong Kong and the mainland. For example, collaboration in the higher education institutions and also sister schools for the primary and secondary schools, etc. In my main reply, I have spent quite some paragraphs telling you about the progress of our exchange programs. And this goes to show that we have achieved good progress through our discussion with the MOE, and in the future we will maintain close dialogue with the MOE, and we aim to provide more wider opportunities for the progression and development of Hong Kong students. We want to enhance international recognition of our education system and academic qualifications, and also consolidate Hong Kong's role as a regional education hub. So Mr. Yip doesn't need to speculate too much. Nothing he said really happened. Mr. Yip, please sit down. I want to follow up. You have already done that. Can I seek a further clarification? No, you are not allowed to do that. Please sit down. The secretary hasn't answered my question. Can I not follow up? Well, he's asked you have asked many questions. So I think the secretary has answered them.